Okay, hi guys, Artiar here. So for this video is about patch note for 3.3.7. I will briefly go through the aspers and then I'll mainly go through the balanced patch note. Okay, so Hailey is a 5-star Inferno Esper who excels in utilizing as equipment set. So S1 deals 1 damage to enemy based on her attack and defense and inflict defense down. Then, after Ascension, you also inflict a Molten Hot. So what is Molten Hot? This is a very interesting kit. Molten Hot, if you get inflicted by the Molten Hot debuff, the enemy's set effect will expire. So for example, if your enemy is wearing Thunder set, and then they got inflicted by Molten Hot, then the enemy won't get the benefit from the Thunder set. Which means the enemy will get his crit damage won't get increased because the Thunder set is disabled now. Or for example, your enemy is on Wind set and then you get affected by Molten Hot, then you don't get the Wind set plus 25% speed buff, something like this. Then for S2, you're gonna deal AoE damage based on her defense and deals extra damage, which is the target's max HP up to a certain percentage of Hailey's defense. Then you also recover HP due to a certain percentage of the damage you deal. And remember, this is a AoE damage, so the healing is gonna be crazily high. Then for S3, you're gonna deal damage based on to all enemy is another AoE skill based on her attack and defense. You're gonna inflict Sear and Molten Hot to the enemy as well. So if enemy is not on immunity, everyone is gonna get Molten Hot. So we're gonna see the Molten Hot is a Silver Rim debuff or just a normal debuff. Then you're gonna get Smelting Mastery to the ally without Smelting Mastery and with the highest attack. So I assume everyone gets Smelting Mastery, I guess. Then Smelting Mastery is a very interesting kit because the carrier will gain the caster equipment set effect. For example, if Brewster is wearing Thunder set and then Brewster gets this Smelting Mastery, then if your Hailey is wearing Calamity set, then your Brewster is going to have Thunder set effect, which is crit damage increase, plus the Hailey's Calamity set effect, which is damage increase based on enemies' debuff count. Think about this. Imagine your Brewster is already dealing so massively high damage with Thunder set, and you're gonna get another set effect, which is Calamity set effect on Brewster. That's insane. So I think Hailey is gonna be good in PvP and PvE, both situations. But we're gonna see on the PTR server testing, right? So we're gonna wait for tomorrow for the PTR testing. I'll make a live stream for it as well. So stay tuned. Then for R2, when Hailey's die, you're gonna grant Smelting Mastery to the allies without Smelting Mastery. Technically, when she die, everyone's gonna get this. Everyone's gonna get Hailey's equipment set effect. Okay, then R4, when she crits, she have a 20% chance dispelling 1 buff from the target, which is good. So she have a dispel kit for her. And then passive, this R6 is insane. So when she takes a hit, the attacker who attack Hailey will get Molten Hot. Molten Hot is the one that disable your equipment set, right? So if you hit Hailey, you're gonna disable your equipment set. You're gonna think twice before you hit Hailey. Then event track back, which is the rerun event thing, you're still gonna get Nexus Crystal, Elemental Record, and Legendary Ability Mon. So I don't think this is an event thing because this is called a feature, right? So whenever you get the Esper, you're gonna get all the past Esper team event. So for example, if you get Jiang Jiu, then you're gonna rerun the Jiang Jiu trials, the Jiang Jiu event. So you get to play back Jiang Jiu's story, for example, something like this, right? So for example, you get Javid. And when you play Dislyte, you haven't joined. When you play Dislyte, you haven't played through the Javid event, and now you got Javid. You are able to rerun Javid's event. Okay, so there's something like this, right? Then this is a good thing as well. You're gonna add a draw record, so you can see your recent 500 pulls, how many Esper you get, or what is the record. So this thing is pretty common for other gacha games as well, right? You can check back what you get on your list. So this is pretty good. Then this one is nothing much. Then warm-up match, we're gonna get back our RTA thing. No rule changes. No rule changes. And then the skin is the Li Guang one. Endless Nightmare is mini game to play to get some extra reward, which is good. Golden City Challenge is back. So I'm gonna make Golden City Challenge video as well. As you guys don't know, if you guys don't know, for my previous round I made 5 videos for the Golden City Challenge. I won 4 Golden City Challenge quiz. So maybe you can follow my answer again. Who knows, right? Then Herion Boss is some extra freebies. Okay. Then Zodiac Trials is another mini game thing to play with, and then you're gonna get rewards from it as well. But this event is gonna start at next year, January 1. And then this one is the Christmas event. You log in and then you're gonna get rewards. Okay, no, this one is log in, you get rewards. Then this one is the event you get to decorate your main screen. Then time limited treasure echo event, so you're gonna randomly get 6 Esper, and then you only need 70 Wishstone to pull from the treasure echo event. Then we're gonna have Haley for the rate up, Yohime and Yamato. So Yamato, previously we have no way to get Yamato at all, right? So it's a good time to actually get Yamato now. And Yamato gonna have a rework at the bottom part, and we're gonna go through it later. Then for the current event, the next upcoming Shimmer Legend Esper is Jiang Jiu Li. And then we're gonna have auto set improvement. So this is some quality of life thing. All this thing as well, remove Holo Battle Captain ability. So because they disable Holo Battle, then they're gonna revamp their Captain skill. So they're gonna remove their Captain ability for now. Then knockout is just some quality of life thing, blah 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 here. And this is what is good. So now players will have one opportunity to re-challenge, not quick battle, without consuming any point war ticket. So for example, you blitz this player and then you lost, then they're gonna give you an opportunity to choose if you want to manual challenge this player without consuming any ticket. So this is a good change, especially if you are a blitz player and then sometimes you just blitz, you lose, right? Then they're gonna let you rerun it by manually. So this is a very good thing. Then now Max Resonant Esper cannot be purchased in the shop. So I guess for R6 Donar player cannot purchase Donar's fragment from Point War shop anymore. Then for formation preset improvement, they're gonna add a reset button for the modified preset to revert them to their default setting. This is a good thing because like in our current formation preset, we cannot reset them to our default setting. So there's always some random team that we already abandoned it and is taking the slot. So this is good. Okay, then let's take a look at the Esper ability and buff adjustment. Okay, I'll go through this one by one, so feel free to use the timestamp to take a look, right? So for Donar, it's pretty interesting because they change the damage. So last time is 110% of Donar's defense, and now they're gonna change it to a percentage of defense. How many percentage? We have no idea yet. And then they did add in a new thing is, I think it's this one. This ability cooldown won't affect by any ability. So you cannot use Nusi to make Donar not able to pop the passive. Then they also changed the R6 effect. So previously R6 effect is when you use S3, then you're gonna reset S2 cooldown. But now, when you use S3, you instantly apply your S2 damage. So you use S3, you instantly S2 as well. So this is what I think. But we're gonna test this at PTR server to fully understand how it gonna works, right? Oh, by the way, the S2 now, when you trigger a crit, your Thunder Crack cooldown reduced by 1 turn. So every time you crit, your cooldown is gonna get faster. So basically, Donar's rotation will get a lot faster from his kit. Okay, now Luis. So basically, Luis one is very long, right? But I'm gonna tell you everything for Luis, not going through. So technically, Luis attack percentage got reduced. Like for example, the previous one is 130%, and now they're gonna reduce it. But Luis is gonna get a speed scaling damage. So every speed matters to Luis now because each speed grants Luis extra damage. So you're not gonna build Luis slow. You're gonna build Luis fast. Everything same, S1, S2, S3, everything is speed scaling now. Then the phase 4 ascension changes as well. the attack percentage 10% change into speed plus 5. Then the base speed of Louis increase as well, and then the base attribute changes. So I guess they reduce the attack of Louis but increase the speed of Louis. So basically Louis is no longer just a attack scaling monster, is a speed scaling monster now. Then the next one, Narmer. Narmer is pretty simple change. Technically from 1 stack, change it to 2 stack. Something like this. So last time we have to buff Narmer very long, right? Because you need to have 8 stack of buff on Narmer to finish the Burning Sun stack. But now, every time you get a buff, you're gonna get 2 stack, which you only need 4 buff to trigger Narmer S3. So this is a massive change because you double up the speed of casting Narmer's S3. Then for Liling S2 now have the built-in kit straight away, defend down. So this defend down, last time you have to reach R2 Liling to have the defend down effect on his S2. But now the S2 himself already have defend down. So something changed for the R2. Then we can see the S3 here as well. The S3 here, they increase the damage portion of true damage to percentage of Liling's attack. Then they bracket increase. So it's no longer just 50% of Liling's attack, the true damage. So we're gonna see on PTR server like what is the scaling for now. And then for the R2 effect for Liling, last time is the defend down effect applied to S2, right? But they change it to whenever Tai Chi crits, or maybe it's just whenever Liling crit, his S3 cooldown is shortened. This is amazing because Liling is multi-hit, right? So if every hit and crits count, then the S3 cooldown will shorten. So for example, you already use your S3, then your S3 is on cooldown. But now I use my S2, then my S3 will instantly refresh because I keep critting, and then I can cast my S3 again. So the next time your Liling's skill order could be S3, you steal enemies attack already, AP already, this one. And then you S2, you refresh your S3, and then you S3 again, something like this. So Liling will be good after this buff. Then Biondina, nothing much really changed, but now Biondina gets a unique buff, which is Aqua Sentinel, which reduces the damage taken from a target with attack lower than Biondina. So if the attack is not very high and is lower than Biondina, then it won't deal like massive damage to Biondina. So it's preventing to like getting one shot, I think. Then it also increase the S3 damage from Biondina, which is previously you attack one enemy and then damage 65%, but now they're gonna increase the percentage. How many percentage we have no idea yet. Okay, then for Lucas now they're gonna increase the S3 damage. You can see here it's increased, and then they change the R6 effect. So R6 effect, last time S3 only the final hit AP reduction is changed to AP absorption, but now his S3 will have all AP reduction effect have changed to AP absorption. So S3 now not just AP down, but also everything just changed into AP absorb. So Lucas is gonna rotate his turn a lot more faster. Okay, then for Cecilia, they changed the S1 effect to recover. So basically Cecilia's R2 effect got built into her S1 now. So her S1 now can heal herself and the allies lowest HP. This is previously her R2 effect. Okay, so for Cecilia, R2 from healing herself and healing the lowest HP changed into Crimson Protection is her S3. All ability cooldown from the revived target. So they changed her S2 to all ability cooldown for the revived target will be clear. So I think when they revive, your cooldown is straight away instantly refresh. Then for her R6 is insanely good. Last time is revive ally AP boost to 100%. Now they add another effect, which is when they revive, the AP boost to 100% and then grants them attack up. So Cecilia's R6 is insanely strong now. Okay, so for Jiang Jiu Li, our meme Esper, our meme Shimmer Legendary Esper. So the previous one is just very simple, this one, right? So they increase the base damage in attack from his S1, then inflict sear on the enemy, which is previously Jiang Jiu Li's R2 effect. So they make it R0 also have this effect already, and then deals extra true damage based on Jiang Jiu Li HP loss. So if Jiang Jiu Li have a lot HP, and the more HP he lost, the more deal true damage he's gonna deal. So it's 2 damage now. 1 damage is based on his attack, then the second damage is a true damage and is based on his HP loss. So if he have like low HP, well, you can imagine the true damage he's gonna deal. Then S2, the demon mode, right? So technically everything is gonna be the same, but look at this. This ability could avoid effect by any ability. So Nusi or Iliad, they cannot counter Jiang Jiu Li anymore. Jiang Jiu Li will always trigger his demon mode, because you cannot CD him now. You cannot reduce his cooldown from his S2. So Jiang Jiu Li will be a lot more better now, and then we're gonna test him on PTR server as well. So we're gonna see. Then he also did some changes. While in demon mode, you restore HP whenever Jiang Jiu Li deals HP, right? This is the previous one, but you're gonna gain shield before taking any ability damage. So last time Jiang Jiu Li, even in demon mode, he died easily because his HP have to always control at low HP, right? But before you take any damage, he'll get himself a shield first. So it's kind of harder to kill Jiang Jiu Li now, because every time Jiang Jiu Li is gonna get damage, he'll give himself a shield, and then inflict true damage based on his max HP after dealing damage. So this is Jiang Jiu Li is like 2 damage dealer now, is attack and then a true damage based on his max HP. So you're gonna build Jiang Jiu Li tanky. And then the S3 technically they increase the base damage from S3 damage, and then another extra true damage based on HP Jiang Jiu Li lose. So technically S1 and S3 have a new scaling now, which is the more HP he lost, the more true damage he's gonna deal. So this kind of fits to the Berserker title for Jiang Jiu Li, which is very good. Then for the R2, though the previous R2 is stupid, because you only can inflict seal on a target for 2 turns, right? Now they change it, is amazingly good. So now the passive he's gonna get a new passive. Every time he kill a target in his demon mode, it cannot be revived. This is his previous R6 effect. And meanwhile, he's gonna steal some of the target's attack to himself. So he's like, every time in demon mode, the more he kill, the stronger he is, because he's gonna steal some of the attack from it. But it's in demon mode. But this is amazingly good. This changes is totally very strong for Jiang Jiu Li. Then for R6 Jiang Jiu Li, the previous one is you kill enemy in demon mode, it cannot be revived. Now they change it. When you are in demon mode, you attack, you're gonna deal splash damage. Wow. Jiang Jiu Li is no longer just a single target damage, it's also a splash damage now. And then optimized description for some ability and buff, so we're gonna see his performance in PTR server. Okay, then for Yamato is no longer a support, he's a defender now. Wow. They have been making a lot more defender currently, like Liam, Haley, Changji, Yamato, they're having defender now. So basically his kit, they change the attack percentage and max HP percentage into Yamato's attack and defense scaling, which it makes sense because Yamato S3 increased attack and defense, which totally suits him now. And then another changes is they make Yamato's R2 effect, which is the AP distribute thing, the AP absorb thing cannot be resist. They apply to his base kit now. This one, they can't be resist. They're gonna apply in his S2. So the R2 effect gonna have changes, which is this one. So last time your S2 AP absorption cannot be resist, but now they change it into whenever you grant a buff, increase the target's defense. So Yamato already grant attack up and defend up. So I think whenever he grants a buff, he also increased his own defense, or the target's defense. I don't know if this target is based on him himself or everyone, because he's actually technically buff everyone, right? Is it everyone's defense got buff? Then the ascension got changed as well. The HP increase changed into defense increase. Technically, HP skilling thing changed into defense skilling for Yamato. Then for Javid one, not really a lot changes, but I'm gonna just tell you that this one here, Javid gonna increase AP upon landing a crit. So I think this thing is based on Judgment Seal. So every time Judgment Seal target got get crit by ally, then Javid's AP increase. It's something like Matthew's Spark, I think, but without dealing damage. It's just increasing his AP. Then the S3 here will inflict stun when the target's HP is above certain percentage. For example, if target's max HP is higher than 70%, then when Javid casts S3, they'll get stunned, something like this. R6 effect. The R6 effect is kind of stupid last time. It's just going to dispel all the buff. Now they're going to get another buff, which is it grants immunity to stun and sleep, which is the same as the Jiang Jiu one. So now basically Jiang Jiu and Javid will resist to immune to any form of stun and any form of sleep. Then for Elaine one, nothing much changes. Basically just that every hit from her, like last time, is 40% attack. They increase her base damage. How many percentage we have no idea for now, but basically that's all the changes for Elaine. Then for Ophelia 1, they change her R2 kit, which is this one. When the target isn't killed, Ophelia is gonna get shield for 2 turns. This thing is applied to her R2 base kit now. This one here. So they make it as a base effect now, and then they change her R2 effect to. So after attacking, if the enemy has more than certain number of debuffs, for example, let's say if the enemy has 4 debuff after using her S2, then her S3 cooldown will be shortened. So it's kind of making her S3 gonna cast more often now, but other than that, not really much changes. Then for Ashley, they increase the shield strength scaling from Ashley attack to increase. And then for the R6 effect, last time is you gain 1 Rainbow Bridge stack, and now you're gonna gain 1 stack of Rainbow Bridge after casting any kind of ability. So your Ashley is gonna get a lot more Rainbow stack more often. Then for general effect, so they're gonna change bleed, they're gonna change poison, they're gonna change stealth, and gonna change freeze. Okay, so for bleed, at the start of the carrier turn, they're gonna take 50% of the debuff caster attack, right? Then they're gonna increase the not just 50%, they're gonna increase the attack skilling from the bleed. So we're gonna see how many skilling from the PTS server. And then for the poison, they increase another effect, which is each time poison is successfully inflicted, the target's healing received is reduced. This is a good thing because the more debuff you get, the more the lower healing effect you're gonna receive. Then for stealth changes, last time is you cannot target directly but will take AoE damage. But now, this thing, if you're on stealth mode, your attack won't trigger enemies counter attack. So if you're on stealth mode, for example Elaine, you can, when you attack, you won't trigger enemy counter attack. For example, like Avatara, all these things you cannot straight away hit Elaine, because Elaine's on stealth mode. You cannot see the enemy, so you cannot counter attack. So I'm wondering if Elaine is gonna be like a massive counter to Anna, because Anna is gonna always counter attack with S1, right? So if Elaine attack Anna, maybe Anna cannot counter attack with her S1. Then for freeze, this is amazing changes, because last time freeze is just like a stun kit, right? But now freeze is you cannot take action and you cannot get AP up. So imagine in PvP you use Farah, you freeze enemy, 5 of them already. You cannot AP up them to push them faster to get away from the freeze. No longer that. Okay, so that's all for the buff changes. So there's no epic as well, it changes, and there's no Ife changes. But Ife kind of get a buff from the healing reduce effect here. And then pack adjustment, they're gonna add the Winter Bomb Discount Series pack. They're gonna remove some pack, which is the Daily Special Offer pack, Daily Gold Record, and Wishstone pack. No idea why they changed this. They removed the pack because I personally sometimes buy the Daily Special Offer packs. Alright, so how do you guys think about the buff and changes? Which are the Esper you think that they successfully make them strong or make them a comeback? Feel free to comment down and we can discuss together. Personally, I think Jiang Jiu Li is a total win for these buff changes. Narmer, pretty good because you're gonna rotate her S3 more often now. Donar, we're gonna test on the PTR server, and I'm kind of interested on Liling. Liling changes. Cecilia is already OP. Then Jiang Jiu Li changes, and then Yamato changes. Then the rest, I think decent, like not bad. Is it like really amazing changes? I don't really think so for now, but we're gonna see on the PTR server. So tomorrow I will have the PTR server live stream as well. So if you want, you can feel free to come and watch as well. So we're gonna do some testing and you're gonna do some sneak peek. Right, so hope you guys enjoyed the video and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.